Hey everybody, welcome back to more Pokemon Blue. In the last episode, we got here to Mount Moon and lost to our first Rocket Run, unfortunately. And in this episode, we're gonna go ahead and continue on and try and beat the first Rocket Grunt. Damn it. Alright, I'm gonna have Charmander here in the front. As you can see, I did some off-screen training since last time just to get my Pikachu a little bit more up to speed. Please don't be a Geodude. Okay, good. Wild Zubat here. Yeah, because that Raticate is level 16, and my Pikachu was level 13 when it fought it, so 13 or 14, I can't remember, but now it's 16 as well. And I didn't level up my Charmander because I didn't want him to evolve off camera. But now he should be evolving. What? Charmander is evolving? Bam! Charmander evolved into Charmeleon. Jar! Alright, now Charmeleon has more stat boosts, and he's going to be a whole lot better going forward, thankfully. Hopefully we'll be able to get through the next couple battles. I also went ahead and bought some potions as well, because we're gonna need them if my performance of last episode was anything to go by. Ugh. Okay, now! Not now. Oh hey, here we go, Paris. I've definitely never used a Parasect on my team, and it's not gonna start today. However, I do want to catch this if I don't kill it in one hit. Okay. Now, Paris is both grass and bug type, and now only in this generation, actually, does it have 4 times weaknesses. It's 4 times weak to fire and flying, like it is in the current generations, but in this generation, poison was strong against bug. Oh my god, are you serious? Jeez. Okay, yeah, poison was strong against bug. Poison was, oh my god. Poison was also 4 times effective against Paris here. And what I said in the last episode was actually wrong on my part. It was Generation 2 in which oh my god, what am I trying to say here? It was in Generation 2 where the whole thing where paralysis doesn't do anything for catching Pokemon was in effect. In this game it actually does. Rare case of Generation 1 being more functional than Generation 2, but hey. I mean, it's not like Generation 2 was the holy grail of good programming either, but anyways. Alright, here we are. Let's see if we can... I'm going to start by... Okay, well, that's definitely not good. Oh my god, why was that so difficult? Oh my god. Okay, well, since most of my Pokemon are almost dead now, I'm gonna have to come back again. On the way back, Pikachu grew to level 17. 5,000 encounters and 1 headache later, I finally made it back, fully healed. Jesus, man. Alright, now hopefully all the other Rocket Grunts don't give me nearly as much trouble as that one did for some reason. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just fight the wild Pokemon here just to get my levels up, just in case, because if that Raticate was anything to go by, I definitely need my levels up. Alright, luckily Zubat don't seem to do that much damage here because Leech Life is such an awful move. I think it only has like a base power of 20, which is terrible. And in the midst of all that, I don't think I even explained why I wanted Paris in the first place. The reason I wanted Paris is because he has the capability of learning Cut, which is an HM that is requirement to be learned by a Pokemon, and since Pokemon only has 4 move slots, and Cut is not really that great of a move in battle, I don't really want to teach it to one of my main team members. So I'd rather have an HM slave, as everybody calls it. And Paris is a good one. He's even better in Gen 3 because I believe in Gen 3 he can learn Cut and Flash. However, I think in this game he can only learn Cut. Alright. Oh my god! Okay. I would challenge myself to use a Paris, but I don't think I want to challenge myself during anything after that performance, so there's that. And how did I not level up? Team Rocket will find the fossils and revive and sell cash. Yeah, okay, so that's the main goal of Team Rocket in this game, is that they want to take Pokemon that are not theirs and sell them for cash and make money. Which, I mean, they want to sell them to trainers, because that's the people who would realistically want rare Pokemon, but at the same time, why wouldn't a trainer just catch the Pokemon themselves? Doesn't really make sense to me to buy a Pokemon from these sketchy people when you could just go out and catch it yourself. And isn't the whole point of the whole series is just to build a bond with these creatures that you fight by your side? Would you really build a bond with a creature that you just bought from a random nobody? These questions, man. Alright, anyways. Much easier than the other guy, thankfully. God. Urgh, now I'm mad. You're telling me. I've been mad for the past couple of freaking minutes, dude. Hey, stop! I found these fossils. They're both mine! Super Nerd wants to fight. And Grimer. Grimer, unfortunately, is a special wall, so I believe Ember won't do that much. Let's just test that out real quick. Never mind, it actually does quite a bit. Alright, he's going to do Pound, which fortunately he does not do that much damage. Why are these guys so much easier than the freaking Raticate? Why was the Raticate like on P90X or something? Alright, Voltorb. Now, this guy's evolution, Electrode, is actually the fastest Pokemon in the Kanto Dex. So, if you want to use a Pokemon that's really fast, you can go with Electrode. Plus, since critical hits are tied to speed in this game, if you use an Electrode, you're pretty much going to get a critical hit every time it moves, which is pretty nice. Hey, we got a burn! Nice. That's always good. I believe I've already explained it, but that does damage and also cuts the attacker's attack stat in half, so hooray. And we're now level 18. See? Was that so hard to be good at the game? Alright. And, well, we'll each take one. No being greedy. I have to. Praise Lord Helix. Alright, this is mine. Alright. Now that I'm feeling a whole lot better with that because of... Damn, that was just a bunch of crap in the last episode. That Raticate really got to me. Okay. Didn't quite kill him in one hit, but I don't really need to care all that much. Just because... He's not this Zubat really is not necessarily all that difficult. And we're free! We're we're free! We have made it to Cerulean City, almost. Ah, my gosh. I've never been so happy to have been out of Mount Moon, aside from right now. Which is definitely saying something, because I never remember Mount Moon being all that difficult, but hey. And we got TM04, which I believe has Mega Kick? Whirlwind. Definitely, totally not. Totally wrong. Whirlwind is kind of a useless move. What it does is if you're in a battle with a wild Pokemon, it will basically make the other Pokemon run away. And if you're in a trainer battle, it will force the trainer to switch to a different Pokemon that they have in their team. It can be useful in some instances, but definitely not something that I would really want to use on my team. Alright. We hope to see you again. Have you heard of Bill? Everyone calls him a Pokemaniac. I think people are just jealous of Bill, though. Who wouldn't want to boast about their Pokemon? Alright. And now we're going to want to save here, just because... as if there wasn't difficulty enough, there's another slightly difficult battle here. Thankfully I have 2 Pokemon, which will help me out, but we're going to want an electric type in the lead here. Yo, Adi, you're still struggling along back here? That's an understatement if I've ever heard one. I'm doing great. I caught a bunch of strong and smart Pokemon. Here, let me show you what I caught. What? Let me show you. Oh, whatever. It looked like it said, let me show you what you caught for a second there. Anyways, he has a Pidgeotto leading off, which is why you want an electric type here. Now, unfortunately, this Pidgeotto has Sand Attack. And if those of you who know, those of you who don't know, Sand Attack will lower accuracy. Nice, he's paralyzed. And thank God he didn't use Sand Attack there. Unfortunately, Gust is not a flying type move in this generation. It's a normal type move, so it won't do resisted damage against Pikachu, which sucks. And we grew up to level 18. But yeah, Sand Attack lowers accuracy, which is very, very, very annoying. Abra here is going to be a freebie because all it's going to know is Teleport, which in the wild will make it run away. But here, it's just going to do nothing the entire battle. Some smart Pokemon it is. Yeah, it just does nothing while the other Pokemon beats the crap out of it. There we go. Got some free experience there. I'm gonna get Rattata. I'll change Pokemon mostly because I want to save Pikachu for Pikachu for the last Pokemon here. We're just gonna Ember this guy away. I got enough of your brother using Hyper Fang on me. I do not need you to use it as well. Go away. Alright. And Squirtle. Now, I believe it is also going to be level 18, but somehow not evolved. Or no, well, level 17, never mind. It is going to know Bubble now, so your starter will not be good here. But, thankfully it got Pikachu. Or not Bubble, Water Gun. And much easier than I thought it was going to be. Hey, take it easy, you won already! Hey, guess what? I went to Bill's and got him to show me his rare Pokemon. That added a lot of pages to my Pokédex. After all, Bill's a world-famous Pokemaniac. He invented the Pokemon storage system on PC. Since you're using his system, go thank him! Well, I better get rolling. Smell you later. Now, what he's saying there is that you can only have a max of Pokemon. You can only have a max of 6 Pokemon on you at once, and all the rest that you catch will go into your PC, which is a Pokemon storage unit. You can somehow store these monsters in a digital space, and you can swap out whenever you want to. However, since I've only caught 3 Pokemon so far, I've obviously not been using that. And I know I cut out a little bit in the beginning, but I'm going to go ahead and just end things off here. Next time on Pokemon Blue, we're going to continue on to Cerulean City and maybe even fight the Cerulean City gym. See you guys next time.